Smell it. Smells like success. Truly a survivor. This thing is like clean. Got it out of North Carolina from a buddy of mine. And this car could be your car. Man, it's just a cool car. Wait till you see what I'm gonna do to it. It ain't even fast yet, baby. Thank you for tuning in and enjoying the ride in the hot rod shop with me. This week was kind of fun because we actually jumped into the Falcon that I've been wanting to do for a while, because it actually been waiting about 6 months before it even started. The other thing is we're gonna do a cookout with the boys. That's fun. I found the Survivor Chevelle that I'll show you as it came in. And what was the other thing? What do you think? Think. Oh, yes, decided to come a carny and actually have a ping pong game right into the Hillborn style fuel injection made by Borla that I switched up as we put it on the Chevelle. So come with me. It's gonna be a fun ride this week. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Tell me if you guys want to see anything cool that we're doing or want to know more about it. Just shoot us a message, man. I'll be glad to tell you more about it. Car building is easy. It's not that difficult. You just got to take on one problem at a time, or too many at a time, in my case. Peace. Let's go. Are we ready to put it in? Come on! I hope this is the last time the motor goes on this chassis. That's what I'd like. Yeah. That would be nice.
How's it looking?
I'm going to move the chassis to it.
Looking pretty good. Feel a little straight edge on it.
I got a 16th to spare. I can bolt and stuff, never bolts in.
Alright.
Thank you, Jeff.
Well, it's kind of new.
Seems like everybody just puts an LS motor into anything, right? But doing it right and not making it janky is kind of like a big deal for me. You know, the original, these are another repop of an aftermarket, you know, motor mount that was used probably from the early 60s all the way through the 80s. For small block Chevys, big block Chevys, very common. These people actually made an adapter plate that actually goes onto an LS motor. We tried it, and that's a pass, a solid no. You see all the parts that are drilled for the universal stuff? Guys, don't get universal stuff if you're gonna be putting your cars together. Get the right stuff for the car. That's what you gotta do, is you gotta figure out what is the right stuff that you can actually put on the car. It's gonna look appropriate and it's gonna work and operate correctly for you. I'm gonna show you something else that it's a GM design issue. So when they made their motor mounts, they kind of hang off the front of that front cross member and it just looks kind of janky again. So we found a UMI product that we really like. I'll show you about that as we put it together. We had to make a modification on that as well to make a plate stand off so it would actually lift the motor up just a touch more. So the alignment of the, believe it or not, the bolts go through the motor mounts for a little bit more centered. So it's a better product. It actually works out real nice. Once we got it figured out, we just apply it to all the cars. It's easy, but if you're building yourself an LS at home, you might want to look for that UMI product. It's a UMI universal motor mount. They make a nice product. It's decently priced. It's got a grease fitting on the bottom of it. I'll show it to you here. This part right here is from the OEM. It kind of almost conflicts with where you put in your rack and pinion steering, and you've got an issue with this thing where it kind of hangs off. And like I said, it just doesn't have a nice clean look. If you look at that side, that's the UMI product that we're actually mounting on there right now with the plate underneath it. Let me show you the modification you need to make if you're going to use the UMI product in an A body. I can't tell you about an F body, a B body, a C body. All I can do is for sure with an A body, because consistently, consistently we've had to make these modifications. Anyways, this is the plate we made. It's a real simple plate. It bumps it up 3/16 of an inch. We actually need to put that under this motor mount to actually make it fit correctly to line up with the LS mounts that come with the UMI product. So if that's the worst case scenario, it's not a bad thing. We'll get her done. It's gonna be a nice motor mount. It's even got a grease fitting on the bottom. How sweet is that? It's pretty nice. All right, one more thing off the list. 2 more parts we had to make. I think we're up to 47 different original unique parts that are just for an A-body. It seems like a lot, doesn't it? Okay, nope, we're gonna put the motor in. Why are we looking at a Borla fuel injection unit sitting on my little table right next to my Chevelle that's still not done. Because we went backwards again. When I was at the Bear Jackson auction, I noticed a lot of the cars that were out there were using LT4s, or, you know, that's a supercharged version of the LS motor, the newer one, with the direct fuel injection into the heads. And a lot of them that were using the LS platform actually were upgrading it to do this Borla fuel injection. This is a nice product, Borla. Look it up. So that's now the 525 horsepower rather than the 495 I originally started with, because I figured if I'm going this far, I'll just go that far. This actually probably had about 25 horsepower to it at like wide open throttle. So as you're really on this thing, so maybe in the 550 horsepower range. Hope that's enough. Car's almost wired, so we're almost there. It's gonna go pretty quick now. That body goes back on that chassis, hopefully today, if I ever get the motor bouncing. I think we need to remove the cardboard. Batter's on.
Hey, you know, it'll be a good drinking game for you tonight.
Ping pong balls. All right, Chuck.
Sir.
You could win this fuel injection unit for your car. $500 a try.
Oh.
Oh.
Man, you're almost on there.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Oh, man. If it sticks out of the hood, you can have this game everywhere you go and just make bank at every car show. You want to win my car, you get these ping pong balls, it's to stay in one of these velocity stacks, you got it. Here's the title. $100 a ball, you make bank. Is anybody? One more.
Here he's got the winner.
It's gonna happen.
Oh!
Again?
Oh, you were wrong. Did you hear it, Brett?
Oh, that was it. It was in. It spins down there and knocked it around, and then it came back out and said, "Guess what? You lose."
I don't know if it's doable. I don't think we're making much progress on the Chevelle, other than the fact I now have realized that the Hillborn fuel injection may be too big, too tall to fit under the hood.
You came up with a sweet game, though.
All right, I really didn't feel like being a carny when I was growing up, but obviously this would work at a carnival. Anyways, let's get back to work, boys. That beautiful Survivor Chevelle is in the house. Smell it. Smells like success. Truly a Survivor. This thing is like clean. Got it out of North Carolina from a buddy of mine. And this car could be your car. It could be any color too. Genuine 14-inch tires. Man, you just don't find them like this very often. This is like our barn find. It sounds like an old car, doesn't it?
Oh.
Wah, 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 wah.
It's clean.
It's
by far.
I know, right?
Yeah, it looks nice.
I mean, being serious, that's why I bought it as a Survivor. I was just scared because you never really know until you get under it, right?
no, you don't.
I am. Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, it's clean.
Wow. It is a Survivor. Thank God. Little 10 bolt, little baby 10 bolt. I always get nervous when I put them on the lift. Look, it's all got the red oxide primer on it. That's from the factory. See this stuff, Murph? That is how they came right out of the factory. This is an extremely clean car. That's about, I'd say this is the cleanest, unadulterated 70 Chevelle I've ever seen. Look at the factory tag on
Tags on the springs.
On the springs. Wow. You know what I love about this car? It is like a time capsule, and that gives me the ability to actually make it any color for a customer they want. So no body work. I mean, of course you got to take it all down to raw steel, but it's gonna be fresh and clean and beautiful. So doesn't matter what your color choice is, this Resto Mod Restoration Revelation Chevelle will be our first one that will be in any color that you want. And if you don't pick it before I get it done, I will. It's cool. Now let's head to that flashback. Hijacking the Skytrack, man. Got a tool, you got to use it. Go check it out. It's cool. So Murph, this is a ticket to hell. So yeah, gotta get this thing running and really good.
Have you driven one before?
Oh sure, absolutely.
I sense
I drive fork trucks.
Okay.
How different can it be? Look,
That's much bigger.
this is called a pre-flight inspection.
Exactly.
Before you use any heavy piece of equipment, you want to actually go around, make sure you understand where all the doodads are and the thingies are at. Looks like it's okay. Come on, Pepper, you drive.
I don't even think you know how to turn it on.
Just relax. I'm assessing.
Okay. We got spark. All right.
You don't think I know what I'm doing?
There we go. We're good. We're good.
Going right through the building now. Hiya. Hiya. Good? Baby.
It's just sliding off.
Hold on.
Maybe go backwards and yank.
We're listening to you. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah.
Now what?
Come on forward. Impressive.
You are impressed, aren't you?
That's good.
You're easy to impress. I wish the women were that easy to impress. Any questions? Ghost Rider. Done. Just like I'm Union. I'm feeling very successful right now.
That was,
Yeah?
that was good.
That's good. That's good. That's good. All right, another day here at the Roadhouse. Just having fun using heavy equipment. Kids, don't try that at home. Actually, it's not that big a deal. It's just a fork truck. Fun though, isn't it? Those were the fence poles. And that was my friend's fork thing.
Scat track.
Scat Track, yeah. Is that what it's called?
That's what it says. I'm just reading what's behind me.
It's Scat Track, of course, man. Everybody knows that, right? Peace out. 1963 Ford Falcon convertible. From the factory, the thing came with 170 cubic inch motor and an automatic transmission. Probably about 65 to 70 horsepower, I would guess. Fast, really fast. Well, it's gonna be fast. Did I tell you what we're gonna do with this bad boy as we build it? We ordered a Ford Factory Direct 427 stroked Windsor motor that's gonna go in that fire-breathing beast, and it's gonna get the Hillborn fuel injection mounted on top of it. And then we're going with the AOD transmission. That's an automatic overdrive transmission linked to a 4-link 9-inch rear end with a pause. Additional to that, we're actually going to be putting in a small roll cage that'll give him the ability to have safety, because we have to tie the chassis together with all that horsepower. That's a unibody car, and you don't want to just put that kind of horsepower and that kind of mojo in something that's just going to twist and bend, especially in a convertible. So We talked the customer into using a hoop that would go over the top of the back seats and then tie back into the chassis to stiffen it up. It's going to be a nice build with that independent front suspension and the coilovers. This is going to be one heck of a build. Join us as we go diving deep into this one. This is the update on the 63 Falcon. It's moving along quite nicely. We got the front suspension in, the rear suspension's in it, and had to actually order a little bit different with rear end by the time all the components came together. Didn't quite fit perfectly, but we got another one on the way, so we'll put that together. But this bad boy, we're mocking up the engine, and the transmission goes in, and then next week we'll be working on the hoop and some of the other suspension components that are gonna actually tie that front and rear end together. Then we'll take it all apart, and it will go in the media blast, and it'll go on rotisserie. But this is the mock-up stage. We got to get it all ready to go get dressed up, cleaned up, and ready for the dance. Man, it's beautiful weather out. I love feeding the guys, hanging out. They say the family that eats together stays together. So we're gonna be cooking some brats, but I can't smell brats cooking. It's got to simmer for like 3-4 hours after they're cooked. Where is Murph? Huh. Oh, this guy. Onions on top of your bun.
You know, you got a lot of afterthought, but before...
I have no afterthought. You have no prep thought. I told you specifically yesterday.
You said, hey, Murph, we're going to cook brats. Might be new grill time.
Yeah. What gives you that idea?
You got one good
Maybe
burner?
this. What do you think of that?
My #1 customer. This is going to be better than canned soup, Kyle.
I could smell that stuff over at my house. Yeah.
Time to get some delicious
Is that what you're doing?
Oh, yes.
You know what they say, the family that prays together stays together. We love to be family here at the Hot Rod Shop. You can see, look at their eyes, man. We have a great time. You know what's so cool about this car? Magnets don't stick to it. Listen, this is a new section in the Restoration Revelations that I call car sets. We're going to talk to you about things that we've done good, things that we've done bad, things that made money, things that cost us money, and we are going to go through a little bit different stuff all the time. We'll talk about flippers and car dealers and letting cars sit and investments in grandma's car. We're going to have lots of fun talking about that in this section. However, this time we are going to cover this 2006 Ford GT that I actually bought from the dealership, brand new. Okay, let's take a look at where this bad boy went and is going. How about that? 2006, we rocked it. They only made 2,000 of these cars in 2005 and 2006. Come on, guys, you got to know that this car was going to increase in value. I did. That's where I put my money. My daddy used to say, son, put your money where your mouth is, and that's what I did with this car. And that's what Car Sense is all about. We're going to talk about the goods, the bads, and the uglies. This is a good one. So making good calls on cars is sometimes instinct, and sometimes you just got to go with your gut. Sometimes knowing that Carroll Shelby actually designed that car for Le Mans and won it, and then they were going to make 2,000 of them for 2 years. Those are pretty good odds that it's going to go up in value. So you got to go with your instincts. You got to take a look at it. Is it cool? Do you love it? Lots of times when we bring in cars, the ones that we love the most always sell first. I'm like, man, I'd love to keep that. Now, if you really like it, trust me, people are gonna like it too. So next week, we're gonna talk about that 61 Lincoln that I actually took out to Barrett-Jackson and the one that sold on Saturday night just before it, Resto Mod versus stock. It's a cool, cool deal. I'll fill you in on it next week. All right, so next week, we're gonna show you how we're gonna blend the black on that Cayman Camaro so we don't have to do a whole paint job on it. Doesn't have to go that nuts. We're also gonna be hopping forward on the Chevelle. I'm actually feeling good about that. And last but not least, we are going to talk about Robert's wide body formula with him as he visits us so we can start knitting that baby together. It's going to be a good week. Anyways, thanks again for tuning in to Studio Hot Rods, Restoration Revelations. Like, subscribe, share it, and tell your friends. If you got questions or you want information about the things that we're doing, send us a message, man. We would love to show you what it takes or what we think, or just share the ride with you. Thanks.